Hello, dear Aries, and welcome to your May of 2025 love reading. Thank you for joining us here. This is Kathy from Divine Debut 11. Oh, wow. 5 kittens. 5 kittens are a lot of work, especially when they get themselves dirty. The feeding is not so hard, it's the aftermath, especially when they're all together. So we just gave them a bath. Oh my goodness. I think we've bitten off a bit more than what we can chew. I hope you're all doing well. This is your love reading, as I said, for May. Now, this is a Patreon reading, but if you're on YouTube, you're receiving this after the 20th of the month of May. You're the last sign we're doing. We started off with Taurus this month, since it's the Taurus season, dear Aries. And I hope that I can get some positive messages for you where love is concerned. Venus, after all, is transiting through your sign. There possibly is some magic, especially if you're an early born Aries. We've had that Venus Neptune conjunction, so possibly a lot of romance, possibly also illusions. So maybe being over optimistic. Let's see what's going on. I've got Agape sitting above me on the shelf, and I've got Gaia on my right. Agape may jump into the scene, into the scenery all of a sudden. This is your card, so don't get scared if you see a cat just showing up out of the blue. Do check out your other placements. Let's see what your Karma Dharma is, as we're doing a 9-card spread with a Morgan Greer Tarot. We're using a Mirror's Love Oracle, the Romance Angels, Mystic Moon Oracle, the Lavetta Sibilla Wisdom of the Oracle for a message from Spirit, and the Love cards, the Love messages. Oh, Agape's preparing to come down. Agape, be careful. Oh my God, who else got this? It was Aquarius. Okay, so Agape just jumped on the other table. Smart kitty. Smart kitty. Aquarius got the same card. This is the card of the devil. So the devil can mean many, many things. Addictions, restrictions, timing, responsibility, love being out of bounds. I do see your heart chakra being blocked. What's been going on for you, dear Aries? With so much going on in Pisces, a lot has been going on behind the scenes, possibly. I don't know if you've been dealing with a secret love connection, or if there's been secrets from others concerning you relative to love. I do see your heart being trapped there. And of course, this speaks to addictions. It can speak to secret love affairs, the devil, a sexual connection, but also lots of fears, lots of karma playing out. I don't know if you're dealing with a Capricorn. Could be. There you go. There's the first card. The main focus of the 9-card spread is the middle card. So 10 of Wands, heavy burden. Heavy burden when love is concerned. There may be an age difference between you. You may be dealing with someone that's quite older, with responsibilities, with addictions. Someone that's trying to control you. This could be a narcissistic connection. Let's see, dear Spirit, Aries in the month of May. This is straight after your birthday. Or even, well, yes, it is. It's the Taurus season. So it is. You've had your solar return already. Let's see what's going on. There is promise here, I would say, with Venus finishing up her retrograde through your sign. As I said, especially if you're an early born Aries, or you've got an Aries rising at the early degrees. You've been back and forth where love is concerned. Possibly miscommunication, illusions, deception. Let's see, Aries. Venus during the month of May, mid-month, she's coming out of her retrograde zone, so she will be more positive for most of you, especially the second and third decan. And What did I want to say? Your ruling planet Mars has been in Cancer since September of last year. Finally, he's out of his retrograde zone. So you haven't been able to move forward where love is concerned. Issues relative to possibly even older people, commitments for home, for the family, possibly have also kept you back from love. Let's see. We've got the Page of Swords, which is the Gemini energy. Lots to do with the mind. There's Pisces and the Hanging Man. We've got the Two of Cups, and it is in the past line. So we've got past, present, future, past, present, and future. Let's see. Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Swords. Difficult decisions where a soulmate is concerned, or where your sacrifices and you're possibly also closing up a major cycle. Wow. We've got the Tower here. This is enlightenment. This is sudden change. This is shocking. It's got to do with the past, with a soulmate connection. Could be with someone that's younger. We've got a younger and an older individual here. We've got the Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Hanging Man. Lots to do with endings, cycles that are closing. And your outcome card is the Ace of Pentacles. Tens turn into aces. So in actual fact, you're closing up cycles in your life that haven't been easy, that have put you in a dilemma. You've obviously possibly, or you're still going through an awakening. If this is you, could be the person you're dealing with. There could be an age difference, as I said here, a big age difference. The Tower is in Taurus. Well, the Tower is Uranus, and something hasn't been built well. Just give me a second. At the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. Sorry about that. It was an important call I had to take. So what I'm getting here is that this this Tower moment, which has got to do with the past and leading on to the future, because you've got an amazing outgoing card, the Ace of Pentacles. This is something long-term, stable, moving in together. It is next to the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is happiness and bliss, even though it's a restart, right? Because I'm getting, because this energy here reminds me of we're having a full moon in Scorpio on the 12th or 13th of the month, and Scorpio moons are never easy, but there's a wow factor because Uranus is in opposition to the full moon. Uranus is in Taurus and the full moon is in Scorpio. So Uranus is right across with the sun. Something will be lit up. Yeah, it is Taurus season. So the sun is in Taurus and opposite is the full moon. And the sun is close to Uranus. So there's going to be a moment of inspiration or shock or exhilaration, I can say. What I'm feeling here is that this has got to do with the past few months, because if we look at the story in this way, we see that there have been dilemmas. There's been sacrifice, there's been waiting. I don't know what's really going on. Decisions, of course, Gemini is curiosity, it's communication, but there's a perception of feeling blocked. Now, it may have been a perception, someone putting themselves in this situation. And we see a release here. We do see a release or a closing up of a cycle. And that doesn't happen from one day to the other usually. It could be a process. And it is relative to a Two of Cups, which is a soulmate connection, which has been heavy. But it could be a cycle that you're coming up to, because this is a nine. Nine of Swords is the end of the angst, the worry, the victimization, right? The even inability to move forward. You see that his hands are tied, responsibilities here. But Uranus comes in, Uranus comes through, and something changes very suddenly. We see that the communication, it feels like a cycle that's closing up, because we've got he's holding the Ace of Swords. This turns into the Ace of Wands, and this is the Ace of Pentacles. So something is being seen, fire, air, quite explosive. And we've got the Lovers. We've got Venus from your sign trining over to Mars, which is your ruling planet. So it works really well for you. Both fire signs, Aries, Leo, right? And Leo is the heart. And we see the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, they're in a trine. The Lovers are on fire. They want to move. There's new ground here. New ground, which is like a brand new cycle. It's like the dilemmas are over. The choices have been made. Someone's seen the light, even though they could not in the past. Right? Because this is the past leading on to the future as well. Even though it's in the future column, it's in the not so long past. Right? So just recently there's been a dilemma, but there's no more dilemma. Someone's had that awakening here. And that's also the ability towards freedom. Freedom of negative thinking, freedom of being the martyr, being the victim. Wow, I do see others involved here. 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups. And there's the Ace of Cups, which something started for you, or this was possibly also Temperance, saying that healing will come through. Be patient. Here is the opportunity. But someone's been stuck in the past where those 3 cups are spilt. It is involving others. 3 cups spilt, 3 people in this card. And the 5 of Swords is a very difficult energy. So 5s speak to changes, big changes. Now I do see, because we are leaving the Pisces season, as Saturn on the 25th of the month will be also leaving Pisces. We've only got the North Node in Pisces, so all the that stellium of planets, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, and Neptune, all leaving the house behind you, especially if you're an Aries rising. So the focus is on Aries, thyself, the individual. It's all about you now, and you've got the power. You've got the opportunities now. Right? So this is, let's move in together. This is something that's crystallizing, something possibly you've hoped for, visioned, dreamed of, possibly. Right? Because now Neptune, which is the dreamer, connecting with Venus in your sign, this is the vision, this is the romance, this is the imagination. And Saturn is also going to connect with Neptune in your sign. So there may be heavy responsibilities, but with Saturn entering your sign, that could also be getting serious where love is concerned. So getting serious, let's jot that down. Let's see, with the Mirror's Love Oracle, Aries. We've got fire, air, earth, and water. We've got all the elements here. Let's see what a Mirror's Oracle. Wow, so there is something to do with a family. Could be your extended family. Your family of origin, I wanted to say. These 2 cards fell out just now. So we've got a dark male here, someone who's got a bit of an attitude. They're very free-spirited. I see that by the way they're dressed, very casually. Could be someone that's dark, or could be from a different race than you, or they're just darker for their race. And fun times. I do get Aquarius very strongly here. I'm not going to rule out Capricorn as well because of the devil. But the stars bring up Aquarius for me. Now, Aquarius is in Pluto, so in very good aspect to the early born Aries for big changes, big fundamental changes. So let's see what's going on here. We've got a mature woman, dark hair but light coloured skin. And we've got the wallflower, very similar to this mature woman. Past life. I'm wondering if this dark male is not someone that's out of bounds to you, or someone that was not ready to settle down, because with the fun times next to him, he doesn't seem like he's someone that wants the responsibility of family. Some of you may have wanted that. You may have also turned your back on them for a moment. Maybe you had different likes and dislikes, because with a wallflower here, it's like you've turned your back on fun times. You want something more serious. There's something to do with past life and family here. Destiny. The past life reminds me of, the soul's connection with soulmates from past lifetimes. We've got money. And the money also speaks to family for me. New love. New love. Well, everything happens for a reason. I do believe that fully. I'm wondering if this is not you, my dear Aries, that some of you may have had a family with responsibilities. You've got children. You may have be more natural now, either that or you're dyeing your hair darker these days. But there's something destined with someone that you may have met at a concert. Maybe someone that didn't spark your interest straight away, but then it was a karmic, like you kept finding them in front of you. There was, I don't know, through friendships, maybe connecting, maybe possibly even through family. Destiny is playing out. The money card speaks to abundance in a new love connection, but the money card also is like the Ten of Pentacles for me. Which speaks to family and possibly also marriage. That, I don't know if it was you or your person, maybe they wanted to be free. Or this is saying that someone's now ready to settle down and have a family and get more serious, getting serious. This could also be someone that is very untraditional, because they've turned their back on family. I don't know if they're choosing someone. I don't think this is you, that they're choosing you, and you're not in their line of people that you would naturally go for. You could flip the energies there. I get heavy lessons, responsibilities, past life dealings. A lot of destiny playing out. Let's see. Let's take the romance angels. All right. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. That was the first card that... Who got that? That was the first card. Was it either Aquarius or Pisces? I think it was Aquarius, actually. Maybe check out the Aquarius reading. What else for Aries, please, Spirit? Aries. Let's see. Let's see for Aries. This card nearly fell on my lap. Passion. So there is love, there is passion. So there's going to be joy as well with a new love connection. I would say this is a new love connection. It could be with someone that's in another connection. We do see family, and we see boredom, and we see also a blocked heart here. The separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I don't know if that's a legal separation, a physical separation, whether it's a short-term separation, but because we've got new love here, maybe love has begun before the separation. I don't know. Two more cards fell through. And we've got keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation, and stay optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Right, so some of you are quite negative thinking. If you haven't given something away to our goddess Aphrodite, something of value, something Venusian, do so, because it's like Venus is saying, offer me something, offer me a flower, and I will give you in return love. So if you haven't done that, I've mentioned this about a month ago, then do so, dear Aries. Let's take one last card. Okay, so you're meeting up with someone that's very different and not your usual type. And we've got let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So this is like a sense of serenity, right? It does remind me of the Six of Swords. And we've got the 5 here. So if you're not all in the honeymoon phase, which you may have been, with Venus transiting your sign, this could be very sudden for some of you, that someone enters your life. If you've been going through, a karmic cycle in your life, you've been lonely, your heart is blocked. Some of you could be a little bit more mature. You don't know how to get out and date. Things happen when they need to happen, when spirit wants them to happen. So never say never where love is concerned. Don't give up on love, I'm going to say. Let's look at your psyche. Let's look at your emotional life in this month of May of 2025. Let's see what is coming through. What is coming through for Aries, please, Spirit? We'll be taking some La Vera Sibila on these placements. Recognition of a connection here. The guide, someone's seen the light. Okay, so there's been recognition of a very important love connection. Someone's seen the light. Obviously, it's taken them time, and it's going to involve an ending, a purging process, which does tie in very much so with the separation card. And it could also be talking about maybe there's been separation until this full moon in Scorpio, and that's when you're going to understand that there will be massive changes. Maybe you've been patient, maybe Spirit is telling you to be patient, or you're dealing with someone that's very slow and they need certainty. It could be an earth sign, as we've got the Ace of Pentacles here, but then it's like the patience and the slowness picks up with the answer is yes, fire. There is a lot of fire, a lot of desire and the ability to create. And the masks are coming off. This is like an unmasking. You're going to find out that there is going to be things that will be revealed, and that's because of the Tower here as well. Let's take a couple more. Release. So Scorpio comes through very strongly. Scorpio, Pisces, a lot of water. Some of you are also seeing things through your higher self. You are receiving the understanding that things will pick up, that someone does desire, that someone is going through major life changes. And I don't know if it's an Aquarius, I don't know if it's a Scorpio. We've got a lot of water here in these cards here. Well, we've got Earth as well. Virgo comes through, Pisces comes through, Scorpio comes through. And of course, with the vibrations, this is strong intuition. What's at the bottom? Abandoned. And the signs. It's like the signs are showing you the way. But it's like the goal post here with all these signals, all these messages that are coming through from Spirit. Maybe you haven't been listening. Maybe you're fearing taking a certain route, fearing that you will be abandoned. Or this is saying if you've been dealing with someone that was out of bounds for you, now they are more free to move forward because Spirit is showing the way. Whether it's someone that was out of bounds or your heart was blocked, you're doing the work, you're meditating, you're working on opening up your heart, not giving up on love, right? And this could also say that if family was in the way, and when I say family, it could be someone's parents being sort of the block, because that could speak to elderly people that are giving you the notion that, no, this person is not the right person for you, whatever. Someone is turning their back on advice coming from others. Could be from the family, I'm getting here. So someone following their heart, if I could say that. It is a very important time of doing what me, my wants, and that's the Aries energy. Let's see. This is you being responsible for your own self. So taking charge of your own life. The second part of May is very positive, with a wonderful new moon in Gemini, which works really well for you. What is this Page of Swords about? And that could also be an adolescent child, or someone being a little bit childish or not ready. Let's open the door for Gaia. She wants to get out. Hold on. Yes, baby Gaia. There you go. Yeah, so the Belvedere is like a Three of Cups, but it's also waiting on someone's arrival, or waiting on news that someone could be arriving. Well, the arrival could be of the celebration, right? If this is not a physical distance from you and someone from your past, right? So, and the Three of Cups can also speak to third parties as well. Let's take one more. Maybe there have also been some trust issues here, because this woman, she holds a binocular and she's got one eye open, the other one closed. And Gemini is all about air, our perception, right? And our perception of the truth. What is the truth? Is the truth being communicated? We've got a Ten of Cups. It's like you've been waiting on some news forever, on someone to arrive, or to be able yourself to arrive to to something much more long-standing and promising, because that's the Ten of Cups. And Constanza is like a place that you dream of getting to. If it's not physical, then it's emotionally. What's the Eight of Swords about? The Eight of Swords, the artista is like the King of Swords. Someone who sits behind a desk, is very much about logic. But it's the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups can also be illusion, disillusionment, not seeing things, not seeing the reality of a situation. Possibly also hoping to get out of, if you've been in a narcissistic, challenging... Oh goodness, I need to close the window. So many interruptions. I do apologize, dear Aries. It's just, I can't do anything about it. Everything happens as it must. So I was talking about being in a narcissistic maybe relationship, or just being in a very challenging period of time where something was discovered, something was found out, something came to your perception. You know, the artista is the crazy scientist. So there's a Uranian Aquarian sort of a frequency about it, trying to figure out a way out of a blocked situation. And those Eight Swords could also be the blocked heart. Let's have a look at the Hanging Man, or maybe needing to wait it out for the correct time, or needing to complete a cycle before things can change. And the Domestico is someone usually around you, close to you, where there are trust issues. This is supposedly your helper, but there can be a lot of deception with Pisces. So things going on behind your back relative to someone close to you in your life, that instead of them helping, they were more hindering, trying to blindfold you, trying to, what's the word? Trying to close your eyes to some truth. Let's take one more. And we've got the Militare, Ten of Swords. So some sort of betrayal, betrayal or an uphill battle. The Pisces season, maybe, possibly. Because we've got the Soldier here, which could be Mars, and Mars was in Cancer. So a lot of illusion and confusion, which possibly also came through, or is coming through, or is meant to come through of betrayal of someone that was close to you and around you, or possibly also you were just you were just going through a very hard period of time because of betrayal, backstabbing, so on and so forth. Let's see what is, and that's a Capricorn card for me. Let's see what the Two of Cups says. Yep, a butterfly, which is like a metamorphosis, a change of your life because of a soulmate. This is a very strong emotional bond, but also sexual bond. There could be also issues where third parties and infidelity or freedom or getting serious is concerned, because the butterfly can go from one flower to the other. So there's a sense of freedom, but also possibly infidelity. Okay, and it's the Ten of Wands, and this is the Ten of Wands as well. So maybe there were... I'm getting that this is what I'm picking up on, that you possibly thought betrayal was coming from one side and the betrayal was coming from another. So that could have been a lot of misleading circumstances that maybe are going to catch you off guard. But there will be revelations, surely, because the full moon in Scorpio, which is happening very soon, we're coming up to that, is about things that were hidden, and they can be sexual. What's the Ten of Wands about? The focal point, we've got a young maiden here, Giovina Fanciulla, someone young, or there's like a purification process that you're going through, and it's like you're going through the, caterpillar turning into the butterfly, going through the chrysalis, let's say, and your life changing fully. This is like a rebirth once you get to that Ten of Wands. It's the Ace of Wands, which is your desire, a spark of desire for newness. But through morality, I think that you always would choose the right way, because Aries is very true. They're not people who would lie easily. They would prefer to tell you the truth, even if that's hard to hear. Let's see what those Two of Swords speak to. There is honesty in the Aries individual. So, Two of Pentacles, things being up in the air relative to communication, news, connecting. There could be some news that's coming in, which will put you in the dilemma or take you out of a dilemma. What is that about? These could also be legal papers if any of you are going through separation. Wow. There is the prigione. There is the imprisoned heart. There are the blockages, the responsibilities, the maturity. Nine of Swords, lots of worry and angst. Let's take one card on that Nine of Swords, which is the general energy. Remember that the prigione is Saturn, so someone being out of bounds, or you're at a dilemma because there's a big age difference. Let's see. Or they've got a responsibility to their family, which is heavy for you, so you don't know what to do. Many options. We've got melancholy here. Melancholy at possibly, because it's the Five of Pentacles, possibly big social differences between the two of you, your beliefs or your families. This is depression. This is not being able to sleep, thinking that something is over, it's just too hard. Let's have a look at the Tower. And we've got the La Matrice, which is the woman lover. She's holding something very precious in her hand. She would be the Queen of Wands, so you're getting some sort of a surprise. Ace of Swords, tears of joy or tears of sadness. I would say they're joy more, because the Ace of Swords sort of clears the air. And if we've got the Nine of Swords and there's the Ace, there's the Ten of Swords, which we've also got up here. It's like a revisiting an old situation with Uranus. It's like the the voila, all of a sudden, that something valuable happens for you, something wonderful, And it's like, because it's like the hanging man, it's like your sacrifice is being returned. Yeah, being returned. There's some sort of release, some sort of clearing out, cutting through the crap. Ace of Swords is also a victory card. Let's look at the Ten of Cups. And we've got the Donato, which is like the Ace of Pentacles. This is a advantageous matrimony. This is a Six of Cups, which is like a soulmate. This is like someone popping the question, right? There's safety and there's security here. Some of you are fearing possibly the changes, or possibly that things are not going to work out, or whatever is changing, that that you would still be bound and blocked and going through difficult, destined situations. But new love or new cycle in love with a mature man. Well, I did speak of someone mature from early on. Now, you're an Aries. Aries is usually very playful, very youthful and young at heart, but some of you may be more mature. The mature man, this could be, obviously, they've got silver hair or fair hair. I get Cancer very strongly here, a Cancerian. Sometimes I see him as the smiling villain. So behind that smile, there's control, so I don't know if you're letting go of a mature man or you're connecting with a mature man. This dark male here would be someone younger. So you should know how this ties into your story. True love. True love and new love. In between is the mature man. He's sandwiched there in between. So I don't know who is the culprit here and who is the old and who is the new. Let's look at the Ace of Pentacles. This could also be a Scorpio for me, not only Cancer. Let's have a look at the Ace of Pentacles. We've got Consolante Sorpresa, making it, succeeding. Six of Wands, Leo comes through as well. This is another Uranian card, so freedom, the freedom to move in together, the freedom to feel safe and secure and valued. There's the money, it comes through suddenly and unexpectedly, and that could speak to values as well. So seeing that someone does value you, that there's like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for you. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Strong earth as well. Ace of Pentacles, stanza is the room. Information is coming in that may have been hidden. This can have a sexual connotation, getting together with someone, getting physical. Let's get physical, right? Like Olivia Newton-John back in the days. So the stanza is the Ace of Pentacles. It does promise a lot. And suddenly there will be revelations of something promised for a long term. Let's move in together. Let's live together. Let's take the next step. Stay optimistic, it says, but some of you need help still at this time. What's at the foundation? And we've got Viaggio, someone taking a voyage. This is like the knight in shining armor, 3 of Wands. Could be a foreigner. Someone that's taking their sweet old time. He's trotting in, he's not rushing in. And we've got the Bambino. So a new beginning with someone that's quite romantic. Could be someone that's already got a child, children. Could be a foreigner. But you know, the 3 of Wands is also your ships are coming in. The ships speak to abundance, don't they? Let's have a look. Because from the past, you're waiting for your ships to come in. Let's see what the wisdom of the oracle messages. For Aries, please, Spirit, Aries. This is someone that's got light. Their colors are totally opposite to the other. So that may help you, figure out who's who. Aries, please, Spirit, Aries. Chop wood, number 42. Let's see what 42, the love message is, which is 41 is soulmate, 42 chop wood. Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, say nothing, stare into space, pick up socks, tell a dumb joke, and leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple, just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well, really. For me, this is also saying that someone is ready to do the work for this relationship. And chopping wood, that's work. That again brings up the Virgo energy here. So Virgo does rule the natural 6th house, which is go about your business and wait for the changes. The changes are just around the corner, I see here. So what did we have here? True love, under honeymoon. This is the romance of a lifetime, and wedding. True love with someone that's in another marriage, or is wedding on the cards? Someone was in a marriage when true love came through, because we've got the wedding and the honeymoon then. So this must be leaving something behind because true love has come in. And you could be dealing with a foreigner. I don't know. We've got Venice here, so I don't know if someone in Europe, someone that loves to travel, that's been to Venice, could be. Let's take some love messages, some love thoughts. Now, these could be messages that we're picking up from you or your person, hopefully. Hopefully this is your person. For Aries, please, Spirit, Aries. What's going on in love? Wow, I don't need your love no more. That sounds like a Leo ego. If not Leo, it could be a fixed sign. So Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus. My life is empty without you. I'll do whatever it takes to get you back. Two opposing thoughts and words. Very opposite. I prefer to be friends. I can't get over you. You are my sun, you are my soul. I'm coming to meet you. I want to be with you. Waiting patiently for your return. I forgive you. Win or lose, I'm going to take a chance on love or chance at the casino. It's asking, chance on love or chance at the casino. My wish is for us to be together forever. I haven't taken this card for a while, Aries. I feel you when you're happy or sad. I'm the one for you. Please, God, choose me. And I have never loved like this before. You make me quiver. I'm hooked on you. You turn me on. So we see the fire being turned up, dear Aries. It's a very romantic time, very passionate time, a time of play and creating new situations. So whether it's an old love or new love, I hope that some of this story resonates for you. If not, do consider purchasing a personal reading. I want to thank you so much, wishing you well. You are attracting love in with Venus transiting through your sign. You're beautiful. You're very Venusian. You're very attractive to the opposite sex or to the same sex. So take advantage of that. It's a very good time. So get loved up, Aries. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Aries. Love and light.